And welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, is my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what are you having?
Oh, you know me, some Tito, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my J-Lore 7 Oaks Cabernet as usual, forget it. I got your little slogan. I'm drinking my J-Lore 7 Oaks Cabernet today. But, Nikki, we got a lot to get to. Tiffany, Stratton, and Jade Cargill fight to decide the face of SmackDown. Jelly Roll makes his in-ring WWE debut. And CM Punk tries to once again become best in the world. We're previewing night one of WWE SummerSlam on August 1st, 2025. This is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
To the 3, to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it go. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in, everybody. Happy Friday. If you're new here, hit the old like and subscribe. You're regular. You know we love having you. Welcome back in. Nikki, it's been a week, but it's a big week in wrestling. It's one of the, probably arguably the second biggest week in professional wrestling.
Hot Mania.
That's right. It is Hot Mania. We are previewing WWE SummerSlam Night 1. Night 1. It's a 2-night extravaganza this year. Yeah, get ready for a 2-night
extravaganza.
It's going to be a marathon. But, Nikki, before we get to all that, we got a lot to get to. We're going to try and touch a little bit on AEW. But before all that, we got a fun little announcement that we're going to make for the show. Nick Club started doing this over the summer. In June, we were in Atlantic City. Oh my gosh, in June I was also down in, oh my gosh, where was that?
Hamilton,
yeah, Hamilton, New Jersey, basically the New Jersey tour. But our New Jersey tour will continue as we're taking the show on the road. Bash at the Beachcomber, Seaside Showdown. Titan Championship Wrestling. I am super excited. Nikki, you are finally coming out on the road.
I am actually coming out with you. I know that you forgot to mention you and Lisa at 90s Con.
That's
90s
right.
Con. I'm actually going to go to this one, guys. So I'm going to be out at the beach with this paleness. Girl, get ready. We're supporting our girl. Sami's going to be there.
Yeah. Sami Chaos, friend of the show, will be there. She's actually taking on the Cheenies, who are also friends of the show that we met. And Lisa and I actually met at, 90s Wrestling Con earlier in the spring. So very, very exciting news for us. And I think some of the Nick Club is coming on tour with us. Not just...
We're bringing the band out. Us little indoor kids are going to be outdoor kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm definitely an indoor kid.
Hey, Charles, speak of the devil. Charles, part of our gracious partner with Titan Championship Wrestling. We are super excited to be part of that. So, yeah, a lot to get to this week, Nikki. So let's get right into, at least real quickly, we'll touch on no Nikki's news this week.
I know. Sorry,
Josh.
Sorry, because there's the little bitsies that were out there. I'm like, I don't need to talk about this here. Someone swerves when he drives. So, moving on.
Yes. So we'll kick it off, Nikki. any of your AEW weekly takeaways from Dynamite.
Oh.
Again, it's SummerSlam week, so you got to put your best foot forward. And AEW had a card that showed the world title on the line, Hangman Page, Don Moxley. You had the Young Bucks in action. MJF was scheduled to appear. A lot going on. Christian Cage was scheduled to finally return. Any of your overall takeaways?
I just don't understand the match card order. How is your world champion for this rematch after the crazy thing you did in Texas? They're having a rematch, and I'm like, I don't want to see. And then it's the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Like,
yeah,
I feel like your champion should be bookending, or that should be a main event or an opener. If you have something different planned for the main event, then that should be your opener. It being 9 o'clock hour, and it's not like we didn't. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know the Death Riders are going to do something, but I'm kind of just like, I'm so over this. Can Mox go on a vacation? Take Renee, go somewhere nice. Again, I say this every week. Love John Moxley. Get off my screen. I'm like, I'm over this. I'm over this. I'm over this. I'm over this. I want moving into something new. Like, are we going to see, he said he's going to fight Mark. MJF had that whole thing. It's just the card order was weird. It's like you opened with the tag tournament. Outrunners looking like a pack of Newports, which I sort of do love. But then you're shitting on the Bucks because they get the jobber entrance and then the nameplate doesn't say their names. It's like, oh my god, blah blah blah.
It was funny, but it didn't do anything. It was such a long match. It was
the longest match. How is everyone kicking? And I guess that's the Young Bucks thing, but like so many kickouts. So it was like you could have chopped 5 to 7 minutes off this. And then it went to the whole Swerve came out. It's this whole thing, and it's just like a very long segment. And I feel like it didn't need to be.
Well, you want to put your best stars, your biggest, especially this week. You want to put your biggest stars on the screen as quickly as possible, right? And that's why I thought this match should have opened. Hangman Mox should have opened, and let it be what I get. It's a world title. A lot of people say it should close, but in my opinion, have this match open. Put these guys out there first, and let them run with it. This has been the biggest feud in AEW for the last 6 months. So there's been a Death Rider storyline or whatever. So kind of rolled it. That was a big miss. Oh god.
No, I was going to talk about the main event, which was weird to me. Unless you were going there and want to see something.
No, I was not. The only other thing I was going to talk about was MJF.
Well, that's what bleeds into it. So the closer was Mark Ricochet to run that back from Revolution, and now I think they're trying to get a more serious Mark Briscoe. So again, in your main event were these two, which doesn't really make any sense. Then at the end of the match, Mark Briscoe calls out MJF, then there's the video package, but it's like, like I'm actually here. And that leads to Hangman coming out. And it's just like, it wasn't about the matches, maybe necessarily besides, Hangman Mox, but every match just led to a thing to happen afterwards to do something else.
Yeah, it was sequenced. It was very sequenced. But I'm a little surprised. That was just my only other thing. Is we talked about this for a while. Is MJF's now officially out of the Hurt Syndicate. Very rushed storyline. Made no sense. I know he's going off to do promotions for Happy Gilmore too for a little bit.
Done. It's already the biggest thing. So
I don't know why. Again, what the purpose of this whole last month was with putting him in and out. Was it to set up him and a Lashley MJF feud? Because now there's nothing really to it.
But it doesn't seem like they're going that way. If he's feuding with Mark and Hangman, and he's got his little.
Well, I think it's kind of an interim feud to get to Lashley, unfortunately.
But again, they have a pay-per-view every month. It's not like, are Bobby going to come back and they'll fight at Forbidden Door? Who cares? Are they going to?
Yeah, I think it's going to be something like that. And it's just way rushed. And again, talk about biggest stars. These are some of the other biggest stars in AEW, MJF and Bobby Lashley, and you're blowing it again.
Or they weren't even there.
Yeah, just like that. There's one more to AEW.
Yeah, I was just like, no, I don't care. I don't like this MJF. I want him. I never wanted him in the Hurt Syndicate. I don't want him near there. I don't know. It was just to me, just the match order, how it kind of strung together. I wasn't.
Yeah, again, it was I thought he tried to put all the stars on the show just in a bad order, and it just wasn't booked.
Yeah, and then it just and then again, you have your men's champion at the 9 o'clock hour, and then Tony was just shoved in the middle and got pinned. I get it was a sneaky thing from Athena to hit the O face for the pin, but I'm just like, everything I like. If maybe it was a different match order, maybe I would have appreciated it more, because I did like the Hangman Mox match. That kick out from Hangman was like 2.999999. That was like fun, but I just didn't get the match order necessarily.
I don't know. We'll see, but again, want to touch upon it a little bit. Put a little
all the boats, all the ships, all the things.
Put a little bow on AEW for this week. If there's anything that you had, any takeaways you had that are different than ours, let us know in the chat, or you can call in around a little later on when we get through our whole year.
Yeah, a lot going on today.
I know, there is a lot going on. So, Nikki, again, we are here to preview SummerSlam. So, that being said, we've started to bring this back in the last couple of times, and we're opening it back up. SummerSlam trivia. And I know it's controversial on this show to some people, with the expired Rice-A-Roni as well.
Oh, shut your mouth. I have it.
But yes, the phone line is open. I put in the chat. First caller gets it to be our special guest caller for trivia today.
I haven't seen any of these questions.
Nikki never sees any of the questions.
So
she doesn't proof it.
I'm, a couple of these in, baby. Here for the ride.
Are we all? We should all be here for the ride. But Nikki, let's hit it. SummerSlam trivia.
Other one.
Yeah. Well, hi, Stacks. Welcome in. All right, Nikki.
Yes.
Trivia. We are ready for trivia.
Yeah.
We have a very special trivia contestant, and we touched on it earlier. We are bringing the show on the road August 23rd. We are headed to the Seaside Showdown. A little better. I am very excited. Back at the Beachcomber is what I'm calling it. Part 2, but it's Seaside Showdown 4, the 4th time that they are doing this. So we have a special contestant, Nikki.
Yes.
For our trivia. We're going to bring him on. He is the co-promoter of TCW and Seaside Showdown 4. We're going to bring him on. Charles DeLutri. Charles.
Hello, guys. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, Charles?
Hello, Nick. How are you? Very nice to meet you. And actually see your face again.
Exactly, Charles. Well, again, can't thank you enough for including us in Seaside Showdown 4. We are super excited. The Nick Club is coming on the road.
I'm actually going. I don't go to anything. Get me
I apologize, young lady. I apologize. Listen. You're a very nice lady to put up with Nick lately. I believe me. She's a nice.
It will be 7 years I've been putting up with him. This in like 2 weeks.
And I feel so sorry for you every single day. Okay.
Someone's got to take care of this.
So yeah. But yes, we are super excited. So she's gonna keep me in line there. Make sure we don't drink too much at the beach.
I mean, like, that's me. That's why we got Lisa.
That's why we got Lisa. Unbelievable. But Charles, we are super pumped. But are you ready? Now, we've had one contestant on this show for trivia who has been perfect, Reese. Steven, actually, no, 2. Steven. Steven was perfect, too. Steven was 5 for 5. So there, okay. I tried to make them in ascending order of difficulty. It may be debatable. So, are you ready?
Hey, listen, I'm going to be as ready as I possibly can.
All right. Bring it up. Question number 1. They're multiple choice, so you have a 25% chance. So, let me read this real quick. What is WWE SummerSlam traditionally known as? A, the Showcase of the Immortals. B, the Grand Slam, C, the biggest party of the summer, or D, the Bash at the Beach?
That will be C, the biggest party of the summer.
You, sir, are one. All right. I didn't really.
You should have said Hot Mania, because I feel like that's what people are calling it now, Hot Mania at this point.
I know. Well, that's what you call it. And you're Nikki's desperately trying to get that over.
I know a lot of people are saying it more than me, because
Don't worry, Nikki. You just keep pushing, Nikki. Don't worry. Just don't listen to him. You're doing a good job, all right?
thank you.
All right. Question number 2. He's 1 for 1. Why? Oh, they're cutting off. I put him too far to the left, unfortunately. What year was the very first WWE SummerSlam held? A, 1985, B, 1987, C, 1988, or D, 1990? Let's see if this is that better? No, that's not better.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot because I was about, that age, but if I remember well, I believe it was 1987 was the very first SummerSlam.
1987. Let's look. We'll throw the chat in there. Chat, let us know while we're getting Nikki. Do you have any?
I do, because
I'm terrible at years.
I'm the same vintage. We're 88 babies.
So you're saying 88.
It's 88. I want to put you in my DeLorean
Charles
and count it to 88.
Charles, unfortunately, you was Nikki is correct. It is 1988 was the first SummerSlam.
Okay. I was close, listen, 1987, I was a young kid, didn't know much, now 88, I still didn't know much, but, we're close.
Yeah.
Same here.
SummerSlam 2 months older than me.
Yeah, touche.
That's
Or
how
what-
I know.
SummerSlam is math. I don't want to do month math. All right.
I'm not even, okay.
Question number 3. Get to the ladies. Who won the first ever women's main event in SummerSlam history in 2019? Was it A, Sasha Banks, B, Becky Lynch, C, Charlotte Flair, or D, Ronda Rousey?
I feel terrible that I don't know this.
Trying to remember.
It's tricky because they're all good potential, like
They're all excellent talents. Every single one of them were excellent talents. I'm going to have to take a shot and a guess on this one. I believe it was Becky Lynch.
Charles is going Becky Lynch. Nikki, who are you going with?
Oh boy, I'm trying to do math in my brain, and me and math don't write. No, I don't know.
Well, you have a 25% chance.
It's a 33% chance.
Yeah,
I have half
it's
the
not
brain that you
Steiner.
do. Oh, but Becky makes sense. But did she also win the first main event of the women's WrestleMania and SummerSlam? But I feel like she would tout that more because she only brings up Mania. So I think I'm gonna go Charlotte.
This is the fun part where Nikki talks herself out in and out of answers, and I just sit here. Very, very amusing. All right, Nikki's going Charlotte. Charles, you're going Becky?
Yep.
Charles, you, sir, are correct.
Good.
It was Becky Lynch.
Was that the? I'm not good at. What was the year? What was the Mania that she won? Was that the same year? Great math in my brain.
No, it wasn't 2020.
No, it was pre-pandemic. Was it post? No, pre-pandemic.
It was pre-COVID, I believe. It was the first ever triple threat women's match in WrestleMania history.
I'm just trying to. Was that pre or
I think maybe it was post-COVID.
anything
everything's
COVID? Does it? My brain. Anyways, let's move on. Me and math.
All right, Nikki, the next one is kind of difficult, but I think you should get it. It might not. I don't know. But you should get it based off of your watching of TV lately.
Okay.
Who faced The Undertaker in a casket match at SummerSlam 1994? Was it A, fake Undertaker, B, Mabel or King Mabel, C, Yokozuna, or D, Kamala?
Okay. I'm gonna let the lady ask this one first and see what she thinks. Go ahead.
Going D, Kamala.
Huh?
Because Yokozuna was Royal Rumble, and that's when he ascends into the Tron. Fake Taker wasn't a casket match. And I don't think Mabel was either. So I am going Kamala. And I feel like
And
you're
same with me.
I might need to
Same with me,
verify.
Kamala.
Is it Taker versus Taker and you thought it was a casket match?
Yeah, it's not a casket match. Sorry.
It was not a task match. No. When that whole scenario is when it happened is at SummerSlam, but it was actually the return. It was the Ted DiBiase Taker versus the Paul Bearer Taker.
There we go. Sorry, I should have
Not
put
a
the
cap.
casket in there.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
Charles, you, sir, are correct. It was on the right path. It was 1994. The casket was added.
This is why.
Yeah, the casket. That was never true. Yeah, there was no casket.
There should have been a casket.
No,
Yeah,
it was Greg Taker versus Purple.
Yeah, Greg Taker should have been locked away. What was it? Not Chris Harris. What was the guy's name? It was
No,
Brian Adams,
Yeah, that's right.
not the singer.
No, you and these fucking questions. That's how you fucked me on that Owen Hart thing.
Oh, yeah,
You weren't weird.
This is exactly.
It wasn't. Oh, girl. Then what was the casket match with him and Kamala?
That was when?
Was that Survivor Series?
Was that Rumble?
No, Rumble was with him and Yokozuna when he rises. Anywho, you got one more question.
Believe it, if you remember well, he faced Yokozuna twice in a casket match. The first one was when he lost, and they had that great scenario where he was descended off the screen.
Yeah, that was.
And they had a second one too. There was actually 2 casket matches done with Yokozuna.
Ooh, that's creepy. The only one not making sense. Seriously. All right. Question number 5, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
5. I think this is a tough one. Which legendary commentary team called the main event of the very first SummerSlam? Was it A, Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura, B, Vince McMahon and Bobby Heenan, C, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, or D, Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan?
Okay, well, we all know it wasn't Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler for the very first SummerSlam, so that one is definitely out. So, in my opinion, it's a split between Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan or Vince McMahon and Bobby Heenan. So, I believe it will be Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. D.
I literally felt like I've been rewatching SummerSlam, but I fall asleep. And I put it on for us to go to bed, and I fall asleep way before the main event. I was torn between A and D. I was like, it was Gorilla and somebody. I think it's too. Is it too early for Vince yet? Like, again, I agree with you. Obviously, it's not C.
Andrew Brunswick's chiming in the chat. He thinks A.
I think it's Gorilla.
Reese
and
is saying.
I'm not gonna.
Reese is saying Monsoon and Ventura.
I think it's Gorilla and someone. Gorilla forever. I don't want to say it's too early for Bobby because that doesn't make any sense either. But I feel like it's Ventura. But again, I've talked myself out of all of these.
You've named all of them, and I don't even except the Jim Ross.
Well, it's clearly not. No, 80. No, I feel like that's Ventura.
Huh? So, Charles, what are you thinking?
I said it was D, Gorilla and Bobby Heenan.
He's saying Gorilla, Bobby Heenan. Charles. It was A, Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura. Reese are.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're correct. I actually mistaken for a different kind of main event. You're absolutely right. Yes.
But a very good effort. 3 for 5. Not bad. Not bad at all.
It shows you I'm old, but I'm not that old. You know what I
mean? Exactly. You know, hey, listen. You remember so much wrestling. And some things just blur into one. And so many storylines repeat. So, what are you gonna do? That's nice. Like even like the Dom stuff, you're seeing some of that repeat. You know, so like it's just nice to see the rehashes of some of that. So that then it blurs. But
of course,
Charles, before we let you go, let everyone know where they can find you and get tickets for Seaside Showdown. or just
Well, the best part is the best part is about getting tickets to Seaside. You don't have to worry about getting tickets because the event is free. All capital letters FREE free on the Seaside Boardwalk in front of the Beachcomber Bar and Grill. If you need an exact address of where the Beachcomber Bar and Grill is in the Seaside Heights, it is 100 Ocean Terrace. And you just walk right up in the boardwalk. You'll see the ring right there. You can't miss it. So, no offense, it's the only wrestling ring on the boardwalk, so it'll be kind of hard not to see.
Exactly. We are,
And I would like to say also, it's a pleasure to have you guys here. First time we'll have the pre-show broadcast live done by you guys over there at the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. It'll be done during our meet and greet time starting at 4:00. We'll have some of our talent. Of course, Sammy Chaos will be there. Our TCW heavyweight champion, Anthony Gangone, will be in action that night, facing on Frankie Picard in the first ever Seaside Boardwalk street fight. So God knows what's going to happen on that boardwalk that day. So you better be there for that one. And it is, SummerSlam is considered the biggest party of the summer, but you know what? I think we're pretty close to that aspect too as we get ready to close out the summer on our end at the end of August.
Exactly. We're super excited. Again, to do a live stream there, we're going to be giving away a bunch of stuff. What for our koozies, shot glasses? Nikki, where's all this stuff?
I have my coasters.
Our coasters, koozies, shot glasses, a bunch of stuff, bottle openers. So it'll be a fun time. Come down, hang out with us, hang out with the Nick Club, hang out with Charles.
Great.
Awesome wrestling along the way. So
you guys have any questions for me at all? You want to know any information? Go ahead. I'm all ears. You know what I mean? So if you'd like to ask, go ahead.
Absolutely not. I think Charles. We're super excited to be part of it again. It's going to be a blast. We've been going. Nikki and I have been going to Beachcomber for a long time. I've been going to Beachcomber.
You've been going to Beachcomber a long time.
But then I defaulted.
It is the heart of rock and roll in Seaside Heights is the Beachcomber Bar and Grill. That's what they always call themselves there. So it's the original location was unfortunately lost during Hurricane Sandy, and they brought it back to life in a big way in the newer spot right there on Ocean Terrace. So believe me, it's the very first time we did it. It was very extremely crowded. At the beginning of the year, we had over 300 plus people on the boardwalk for a free event. Because it would have been a lot more because the weather was a little iffy that day. But now we're looking at the weather. It's going to be perfect as it stands right now. Nice little 85-degree day. So make sure you got your sunscreen on and dress accordingly.
Be with an umbrella in the back.
And get ready to see some amazing pro wrestling on the boardwalk at Seaside Heights that only Titan Championship Wrestling can bring you.
Awesome. Well, Charles, pleasure having you on. Looking forward to, we'll talk soon, but we'll look forward to seeing you on the 23rd and hanging out.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Blue Tree from Titan Championship Wrestling. Looking forward to Nikki, new friends.
Making new friends.
On the road.
You never know who's going to show up at the bar, who's going to show up at Beachcomber.
Who's going to show up for trivia.
I don't go out ever in the history of ever. We're gonna be there
for 5 shows. Yeah, Seaside traffic, Jersey Shore traffic and stuff.
No, oh god, how early we're gonna go down there? I'm just sorry. That's logistics.
Oh yeah, we'll worry about
it.
But Nikki, let's get into it. We are here for SummerSlam.
Mania
night 1. It's the first ever 2 nights.
Night MetLife.
Probably could have just been 1 night, but
yeah, I don't know. I really don't want this to be a thing forever and always. I think it was just really cute for Cardi B to say SummerSlam 2 nights MetLife and how lovely that rolled. I don't want the big 4 to be 2 nights. Again, we're gonna get into it about the cards and what's weaker, what's stronger, what needs to be there, what doesn't need to be there. Like, I'm hoping this is. Reese, I agree with you. Like Mania, I get because you want everyone to have like their Mania moment, and I kind of like the 2 Manias because I don't want to sit for a 14-hour show. But a lot of this, I don't want every big 4 to be 2 days. Well, Royal Rumble makes no sense to be 2 days, but
it's all about the money.
I hope this is the one and done. Hit it and quit it.
Well, Nikki, so let's get into it. We like to pick the matches, obviously. So as we go in, we'll recap it. We are completely, yeah, a lot of things. So, Night of Champions, you were 4-2, and I was 3-3. We are both 25-12.
That's
for the
crazy.
year.
Also throws me off how Italian this flag or thing is. I know.
Love it.
You do love it.
But yeah, so
Oh my god.
there
I
must
forgot
be a
we were
winner.
tied. I maybe would have made some different choices. No, it's fine. I went with my heart.
I know. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. All right, Nikki, we're gonna start with the ladies. We always like to start with the ladies. Tiffany Stratton defends the WWE Women's Championship against Jade Cargill. And Nikki, let's take you back if you missed it. I guess how we got here, and just a little bit of the build-up for this.
Now I'm going for what's mine, the WWE Women's Championship.
Time after time, I've been underestimated. I'm just another dumb blonde. I'm naive. I'm too confident. I'm inexperienced. I've heard it all. But guess who's standing here as the WWE Women's Champion? Not Trish Stratus, not Nia Jax, not Charlotte Flair. Tiffany Stratton is.
I've been doubted, disrespected, and still I walk through every storm. I've earned this crown on my head. She's what they expect. I'm what they can't control.
After SummerSlam, Jade Cargill is just going to be another name on the long list that Tiffany Stratton has beat.
Tiffany thinks I'm just another name. Baby girl, I don't just get added to the list. I end them. And at SummerSlam, I end her. Because the storm is coming.
Nikki,
Baby.
a storm's coming.
Storm is coming. It came yesterday.
Yeah, literally. And they had to halt.
I know. Literally, we are, if you say, I would say a half hour, but maybe more than a half hour. 35, 40, 30.
40 minutes.
From MetLife, and it poured here yesterday. So I can imagine that, you know, when they say it halted, like legit, like it poured here. But anywhoosies.
Yeah. So again, the build-up, Jade Cargill did win the Queen of the Ring tournament, which earned her this title shot. We all thought getting here would be a triple threat with her, Naomi, and Bianca, or her and Naomi, and maybe Naomi would cash in this match. And it isn't happening. Yeah, I guess. What's your prediction? Like, what are your thoughts on this match?
This
What do you
is just
expect?
not how I thought this would go. I didn't. Again, with Naomi and the briefcase, and there was going to be. I feel like there was so much shenanigans and things around this match, and now it's just like a straight up one-on-one thing. And they really, again, they did the promo, the kind of the cuts that you had, because I don't. Strong mic skills, not quite there. For both, to be honest, as much as I do like both of them. I think they're so young, maybe I don't know, green and can grow and all that stuff. And then the bit on last week's SmackDown, she picked up the belt, she kissed it, she put it on her arm. I'm like, girl, you don't touch the belt. Look at Masha Slamovich touch the NXT belt. Now she's got no belts. I hate the challenger touching the belt before the thing. And again, I don't know. We thought Naomi, Bianca, there was going to be this big thing, and now it's just the two of them, and you didn't really let them have a promo off in person in the ring.
I mean, Tiffany as a face is not great. And cutting a promo for her to have to carry this as, I mean, they're both faces, but and I think Jade needs to turn heel. So I'm hoping that this leads to something where she turns heel, maybe during the match or after the match. I don't know. Because her character needs something else. And maybe as a heel, they could build her up as like a monster in some fashion. She's ruthless, like what she did to Naomi at Elimination Chamber, like doing stuff like that to just random, women on the roster as champion. Like that could do more for her if they're trying to get her over. Because the rubber has to meet the road with her at some point.
How she wasn't in AEW. I think Tony made her look like a monster. Give me someone, I will beat them in 2 seconds.
Yeah, so ultimately, I think that they need to do something in terms of changing this character for her and bringing her to a whole other level. And I think it's a heel turn. But when I look at this match, Tiffany has victories over Trish Stratus.
That was gonna be my point.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say she beat Charlotte Flair at Mania, then beat Trish Stratus at Evolution, and she's gonna lose to Jade Cargill at SummerSlam with no shenanigans. That doesn't sit well in my
So Nikki,
in my bones.
who are you picking? Do you have Tiffy or do you have?
I'm going Tiffy because I feel again you beat Charlotte, you beat Trish. Like you're on this trajectory of like I'm not just a pretty face, I'm not just a blonde. She's incredible in the ring. And I think I didn't read the whole article, but I think she would kind of talk of like she's getting cheered, but she in her brain she's not acting like a baby face. And I know it upsets your heart, but like I think her beating Jade does the heel turn, and she kind of goes on a different trajectory. I do think a straight up match between the two of them with I just won the Queen of the Ring, which to me shouldn't have won. Like her beating Asuka, I have feelings about, as we know. I just Tiffany should not lose this. To me, I'm going. It's my girl Tiffy time all the way.
I think Storm's coming, Nikki. I disagree. I got Jade Cargill.
I know, and again, like when we talk with Sunday about this, like if you win, I get it, but I'm just like, how do you beat these two icons? I'm gonna throw Charlotte out there as much as we feel about it's like these two iconic pillars of women's wrestling, and then to lose to someone that's pretty fucking great. Is she improved? Absolutely. I don't know.
I think she's getting it. I think she's getting in there affected. But let us know in chat who you got.
It does not sit well with me at all.
And if you got any other predictions that we don't see coming. Because, I mean, Naomi can't cash in anymore. So I don't know.
I know. And
could Bianca come out and interfere for whatever reason? I don't know why, but maybe.
I guess that would be the feud then. That if Jade wins and like Bianca goes after her, and then like Jade's the face but Bianca's a heel, that feels weird.
Yeah. I'm not sure. So I got Jade. Nikki has
my girl
Tiffy.
How do you Money in the Bank, won the belt, beat these two people, and you're losing. I don't know.
She's going to lose to the other monster.
I'm sure I'm going to be wrong, but I don't like it.
Well, I am going. Listen, there's a lot more predictions to make, but I'm going to tell a story with my predictions. You know I always do. There is some storytelling going on this show.
No, but I'm not going to say my idea because you stole my idea. You're taking it as yours.
But anyway, we'll move along to someone who we're both very fond of on the show. And I know Ed, if he's in the chat, is very fond of. Karrion Kross taking on Sami Zayn. If Sami wins, Kross has to admit that he was wrong. If Kross wins, Sami has to admit that Kross was right. And say Kross was right, which, I mean, again, I guess those are stipulations. Grudge match stipulations. But what are your thoughts and what's your expectation? Or expectations for this match and who wins, I should say?
I think it's going to be by kind of like their Raw match. As much as, we love Karrion Kross on the show, the will he, won't they, what's going on with his contract. I think it's going to be very much like their Raw match. I think Karrion should go over again. Sami can take a loss all day and be fine. He needs this win. I want to see him have this win. I don't know if there's that much to say here. Again, love the both of them. So big on Karrion Kross.
So Sami beat Kross on whatever the last
Night of Champions, and he beat him on Raw.
So Sami beat him, and then he beat him on Raw, which leads me to believe that now this is the trilogy, right? This is the the split, the rubber match of the three.
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy's already gotten a win on a PLA. So with Sami already having a win on a PLA, I'm leaning towards, it's going to be a similar situation, and it's got to be Kross's win. But the contract situation, I think, is what everyone is worried about, is hung up on.
But again, with his merch and the backstage segments and the pop he gets, like, I feel like the like kind of like a, I wouldn't say like a resurgence or like renaissance, but something like all of a sudden we're like, yes, Karrion Kross, that, like, I don't know. I think he's too popular for him to not stay around. I think he's too popular to not win. Again, Sami can bounce back at any time.
Agree.
Again, he's the underdog from the underground. If he gets beat, he gets back up and we move on. Like, I think Karrion needs this big main four PLE win in front of this crowd.
Reese thinks it's a raw squash, but is it politician Sami? Or is it Kross? I don't know.
Another Kross squash.
By the politician. I'm not sure. Reese, maybe he'll call him later. But yeah, I think Nikki and I both agree. We have Karrion Kross getting the victory here on this one. Now, moving along, we get back to the ladies, Nikki. The tag division. We get Raquel Rodriguez, the new Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez.
So many R's.
Raquel and Roxanne. Defending the women's tag team titles against Charlotte Flair and Bliss. I didn't want to set off our machine.
The machines are out to get you.
So it was kind of a thrown together tag team, right? Like,
it's two thrown together tag teams for tag belts that they don't give a shit about.
So my first thing is, right, like, this build up, Roxanne has snaked her way into the Judgment Day because, well, I think maybe Finn predicted that. Yeah, pushed her in, or leaned her towards it. But the other thing is, now we're in surprise. It's a big pay-per-view, PLE, big mode, surprise moment. Could a surprise. I'm not saying fully healthy or anything like that, but could Liv Morgan get involved in this match and appear? New Jersey native. Again, I know she had the surgery. She doesn't need to wrestle, but she could get involved in this whole match. And I don't know. I mean, do you think we could see a Liv Morgan appearance in this match?
No.
You just think she's staying away?
No, I don't think it's the time yet. I don't think it's her protecting the belts. I think it's going to interrupt a Dom thing. Like, that's the story. Or interrupt when she came back from filming that movie and all of a sudden she was backstage and she's like, "Konnichiwa, bitches!" And then, like, Roxanne was beating Dom a nuggie. Like, that needs to... as much as I believe this is central to the story, I don't think it's the right time to have Liv come in to interrupt this.
I don't know. I could see, again, the pop that she would have if, again, the WWE plays injuries very close to the vest.
Well, she has the surgery done.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, like, again, what is the recovery? I'm not saying she needs to be back fully, but she could get involved, and you could still keep the storyline going for a month or so. I don't know.
I don't think it's the right.
Ooh, Steve said keep Liv off TV until she wins the Rumble.
Ooh, the Rumble. Dead!
Ooh, Steve dropping some interesting.
Like, again, would not be mad at it. It'd be a very long time to not have her on the screen, but again, we're already in August. Howard's already August. I can't even. I get what you're putting down, but I don't think it's the right time yet. But to keep the story going, I do think it needs to stay with the Judgment Day. I like them having all the gold. I like having that storyline. I'm not. I don't. Charlotte and Bliss are not gelling for me. And then apparently my child was like, "Oh, we need to keep this together because I'm getting cheered." If they put the fucking belts on them, like I'm not. I don't know. It doesn't. At least I don't know.
I mean, putting the.
I just.
I mean, in defense of that, you could put the belts on them and then have them drop it back to Raquel and Roxanne in like a month or two.
So then, what Raquel is going to be like a 6-time.
Raquel is going to be a tag team specialist, the greatest women's tag team
she's
specialist.
one with
ever.
everybody.
Who's like a male? I'm trying to think of who would be the equivalent male. It's been like a tag team guy who's been in every.
Well, he's
But like just I never won a world title, but just a tag team guy. But like been in multiple
There's
tag
gotta
teams.
be someone, Steven. I'm sure
someone's gonna
think someone off the top of your head. I was gonna say
Billy Gunn. No. Yeah, Billy
He
Gunn.
was only IC champ.
Yeah, Billy Gunn. That's enough.
Yeah, but who was he? He only won. He won with Road Dogg. Well, I guess
Road Dogg and then
Well, I
Chuck.
guess Bart Gunn.
Chuck. Billy and Chuck.
Oh, I forgot about Billy and Chuck. How could I forget Billy and Chuck? The love.
Although I wouldn't
story of
necessarily
the
consider him a
century.
tag team specialist though.
No.
But anyway, I digress. Regardless,
Oh,
Nikki,
okay.
let us know in the chat who you got, Judgment Day or Charlotte and Bliss. Flair and Bliss.
I know. I'm
Yeah, see, Reese agrees, Billy Gunn. Stevie Ray. Wait.
No, but I think the thing was that Raquel is one with so many different people up. Like it was
She
her.
has two different parts. I think it was just Liv, or maybe.
It was Liv, and it was her name is. I wanted to call her Ariana Grande, and that's not her name. She got released.
Ah.
Like the little Persian girl.
But I don't know. But yeah, she's lit. I think Raquel is going to be one of the greatest female tag team specialists to ever do it. When it's all said and done, she's going to be a 10-time or 12-time Dakota tip.
That's
Dakota.
not what I'm talking about. She
Oh, in
only
NXT,
watched
but
little.
the point is, she wins it with everybody. She's perfect for that tag team division, the women's tag team division. But regardless, let us know in the chat who you got. Nikki, Nikki and I actually both agree on this. We both got Judgment Day.
I'm not going to Google this. Let's just stay with the Judgment Day. I think it just makes more sense storyline. I don't want to put tag belts on Charlotte and Alexa Bliss and like the will they, won't they? For more of like this is just going to lead to a singles thing. Like at least keep it on the Judgment Day. It will pay off eventually.
That's fair. From the ladies tag match to a celebrity tag match. Nikki, Jelly Roll makes his in-ring debut. So he's lost a tremendous amount of weight. Kudos to him.
Yep.
For everything he's done. So I'll start first. What's your expectations for Jelly Roll in this match as he teams up with Randy Orton to take on Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre?
We were talking about it this morning. I think, as the kids say, I don't want to say he's mid, but I think he's again like with I can't talk today. With your Logan Pauls and your Bad Bunnies, they're just like a fish to water. But then you had so many like shitty celebrity people. The first one, my girl Snook. But his dedication, how he takes it seriously, he's got and Abyss. I'm sorry, Chris Park. How he cares about this and wants to be good. And he was on Stephanie's podcast and was like, "This is like my childhood." Like, gives it the respect. I did love his Black Hole Slam. And I think it's going to be, again, I think we got spoiled with the Bad Bunnies and the Logan Pauls. And yeah, I would even put Pat McAfee out there when it's like him and the Adam Cole match, like when back then. But I just, for him to.
There's Josh Shiner. He has really felt like a fish to water. Is that Logan Paul? Or I'm assuming it's Logan Paul, not
But I
necessarily
just really, him giving a shit about this.
Or he's fell in this like jelly to a roll. Huh?
I think be a fun little match. I think it makes all. I'm gonna just say it now. I'm going obviously with the celebs and the baby faces. I think it's gonna be so hysterical when Jelly Roll pins Logan. He's not like Drew's not taking the pin and Randy's not taking the pin. So it all makes sense in the world that the celebrity pins Logan.
The celebrity pins a celebrity.
Yeah. So it's not really here or there, but it's just like I like someone coming in and respects it.
Yeah.
Like Bad Bunny, and as much as I don't like Logan Paul, again, person, whatever, but he does respect this and he does take this seriously. So that's all I think we could all wish for at this point.
No, that's fair. That's fair. As more people are coming in, make sure you smash the like and subscribe if you haven't already. For me, like, I know everyone was like Black Hole Slam, and I know Abyss, Joseph Park taught him it, and it was it's really the Boss Man Slam. But and I love that.
Okay.
Well, no, but I love that the oh my gosh, Tess kind of called it the Black Hole Slam because he meant to do it.
This is a test.
It's a quad. Andrew Brunswick, watch him do a Bam Bam moonsault.
That would be insane. Oh, and if you don't watch our show enough, I have we're Jersey people. Bam Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Is our Jersey person. My father.
Andrew, I think you are too. But
Bam Bam forever. So if he pulls off a Bam Bam moonsault, I would lose my fucking mind. That would be Big Nick energy of the world.
Steven, Drew could have stayed in the UK and gotten out of working with double post Malone.
Dare you, Steven.
Unbelievable. But yeah, no, honestly, I think I'm a little torn because, again, I know it's Boss Man's like, it's not really a tremendously hard move to do because you already have momentum, so you're just kind of swinging the person around. I'm curious because, again, those other guys were smaller in stature, different athletic build. I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, he's a big dude. Like doing the choke slam kind of works in some ways, right? Like he's done that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the height that Austin Theory got. But like, I don't know what else he's going to do. I will say, because of the work that he's put in and his respect for the business, I wouldn't, for a single second, rule out Jelly Roll taking a pin and a loss in this because he wants to do another match down the line. So I wouldn't be that.
He can still win a match and have another match.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know. I think he could parlay it into something else. I don't know. I could see him using a longer storyline. But I'm just saying. I don't believe it, but I could see it. I could see a complete 180 swerve on that. And just all of a sudden, yeah. Because logic dictates, right, that in this match, Logan and Drew should win. They're the more polished wrestlers. Whatever you want to say. Logan Paul's been wrestling for like 2 years now. 2 or 3 years now.
Oh my God, more than that.
Yeah, so at the very least, maybe season-wise, I think
Bad Bunny beat Damian Priest. I don't know. I just
one guy you're trying to build who could have been a potential. He could still be a world champion. He challenged for the world title, Jey Uso's world title recently. So like, I don't know. I don't know that you. It's just a thought. Again, you don't want to necessarily bury him, but Nikki, I tend to agree with you though.
You argued me the whole time and then agreed with me.
I know. I like doing. I don't know. I found a random GQ one.
When you get the okay.
There wasn't anything on the WWE website, so this is going to be good. They're best buddies. He's looking down at Randy's traps.
Good girl.
He's like, I want those traps. Let's see. Rachel, all his fans will be watching this in the
Steven!
Winner will be local sewer system. Jesus, Steven.
Steven, you're out of control with these
Steven is drunk. Go home, Steven. We might have to cut you off the bar already.
I want to see a drunk Steven.
Be interesting.
I would love it.
But yes, ultimately, Nikki and I agree that we've got the Orton roll. No, what are we calling it? Randy roll? It's the Randy roll.
You said you wanted to call it the Randy roll, but I was like, everyone calls him Jelly.
The Randy roll or the Jelly Orton?
Neither.
No. Neither? All right.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I just think it's a feel-good babyface celebrity win.
No, it would be. It would be. All right. Go ahead.
I was like, it doesn't matter who gets pinned in this match. It's not going to hurt them at all. Like, we're just going to move on from the celebrity match and move on with their lives.
Randy Wolf sounds terrible. Oh, by the way, also think that they're winning by a jelly roll up.
The bub.
Not even. Worth it, but it was a good one. It was a good one.
Here, Jack. Let's get out of here.
All right, Nikki. Now we're getting into it. Let's talk about the Bronze.
Bron.
Your favorite, the Bronze.
I do love the Bron.
The Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman in their corner. The Vision, I think we're calling them.
You just
I hit the
elbow
wall by mistake. I talk with my hands. This is you should know this. You've been with me for some years now. But before we get to it, let's take you back, Nikki, in honor of New Jersey.
What'd you pick?
A New Jersey native. Josh, you'll appreciate this one.
Oh,
Nikki.
I feel like you're like Hulk Hogan and just like making up shit.
I thought they were from they're Nyack, New York. But they play New Jersey. They're close. Nyack is literally right
them
literally.
in New Jersey in like 3 weeks. So I get, because you're like, oh, they're New Jersey natives. I was like, I know this song, but is this like what's happening?
It's Welcome Home, which is one of the most awesome Coheed and Cambria songs.
Okay. This is why no one will win the race.
No, someone will win the race. Technically, Reese won the race. And by the time it gets over to him in the UK,
It's
probably expired.
Lisa said she'd take it.
I know, Lisa expired. But yes, Nikki, first off, thoughts on this match, as I do have some.
I feel like you have more feelings on this match than I do. So why don't you take this one?
Ooh.
Oh,
Where to start?
that girl.
So, okay. So on Raw, Paul Heyman came out and cut a promo just to Jey Uso about his family and all the things, and specifically Roman and how Roman just only does things for himself. And he said, your family's lied to you and all this other stuff. I know he's one of the biggest baby faces. Yeeting and all that. But could Jey Uso turn on Roman? The seeds have been planted. I'm just saying it would be a change. It's just a thought I'm throwing out there. Could Jey Uso turn on Roman Reigns?
Maybe I need to go to production meetings because this is banana pants.
He said, listen, Paul Heyman planted the seeds. If night one, in the way that this card is structured, there's not too many like intricate storylines, right? You have Tiffany Jade, which is just really has no build up. There's so many. This is one of the biggest storylines. There's so many just kind of thrown together matches. There has to be something big, I think, that's happening night one, storyline driven.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the theories, could Jey Uso turn on Roman Reigns?
No.
The seed's been planted by Paul Heyman. I'm just saying the seed's been planted. I'm not saying I agree with it.
You and your little green thumb need to get out of here.
I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Am I ridiculous out there? Is that crazy? Reese is saying he's expecting the Bronze to lose because they got battered them on Raw. I don't know. Just a thought. Maybe yes, maybe no. They throw it out there. Seed of doubt. Maybe me. I don't know. The other thing is with this match, right? We have Braun and Bronson, who already, if you look back to when Roman first returned, he got taken out. Roman took out Bronson and Braun basically by himself that first return. And I know it was after a match and whatever. But to me, there's something more that they may need to kind of even the odds. So could there be a new member introduced to the division? And the reason I say this,
That's a rumor,
is if you, and we don't religiously watch, but I've seen it on NXT, and you've mentioned this.
if you
Nikki mentioned this. I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it. I'm
you
not
feel all my fucking things.
Time out. She's in time.
You
Yelling.
fuck yourself.
I'll bring her back when she's being nice. All right. So you said this. I'm saying you said this. You mentioned one of the names was Tony D'Angelo on NXT on SmackDown. A
Nope.
vignette aired where Tony D'Angelo said he was no longer the Don.
Yeah, that was on NXT. Why'd you say SmackDown?
I said SmackDown.
You said NXT SmackDown.
Oh, NXT SmackDown. It's a new show. It's airing weekly on TBS. Right before Collision.
It's taking over for the Big
It's
Bang
taking
Theory.
over for the Big Bang Theory and Collision. But again, he walks through. A figure walks through. You don't see who it is, and
Very Sopranos. If you
Very-
see
yeah.
the Sopranos, we can spoil Sopranos with like 20 years at this point.
yeah, some people are rewatching it. You never know. But anyway, so regardless, one of the names mentioned for years to link up.
Year.
No, because I know, like some of your boys on Cultaholic mentioned it, like again, like Tony D'Angelo for the last like year and change has been mentioned as a call up, and some people have talked. A lot of people have talked about pairing him. A lot of analysts have talked about pairing him with Paul Heyman, and could this be the opportunity to pair another member in the Vision? And the reason I say this is if Seth Rollins is indeed out for an extended period of time, it can add at least another layer to this group. Nikki, thoughts?
Again, I'm not mad at it because that's what I pitched months ago. I think there is that rumor if someone coming up is someone from NXT. Is it D'Angelo? Is it maybe Ethan Page, even though he is the champion, or maybe Ricky Saints because he's not really at this point doing anything? Do you introduce someone else? For me, I think it's more interesting for everything that Braun Breaker was saying. Like, it's my yard now. I'm the top dog. Blah blah blah. I just want to see Braun Breaker spear Roman Reigns 4,000 times. That's all I want from this match. Like, you know how, like, 2016, Steven Reese, you'll correct me, when Brock just did 16 German suplexes on John Cena's head. I just want Braun Breaker to do 16 spears to Roman Reigns and say goodnight. That is my hopes and dreams. I know that's not what I'm getting. And I'm going the Bronze. I think I know work shoot. I kind of think we'll get to that. But I think this little group of the Vision, the Oracle, whatever the fuck you want to call them, I think the Bronze need a win here. Again, I don't think a loss. Honestly, you're all still gonna fucking eat. Everyone loves Roman Reigns. Again, not my guy. I'd rather see the Bronze take it here.
Yeah. You make a good point. I
also think it's not something. I think that we were so shocked when John Cena took those 16 Germans. I feel like it sucked the air out of the room, and I was like watching it like. That's when I first moved back into my mom's house, and I was watching it by myself, and I was like, what is happening? Like, it was just like crazy pants. And like, we haven't really had such a crazy squash that was like an oh my god thing. If Braun Breaker just spears.
And Reese agrees with you. He says just spear fest and smash, and he wants to sign a recliner too.
That would be fun. Like, I just feel like if you're, again, you want to build stars, bring up these little babies, like Braun Breaker destroying Roman Reigns would catapult him up to the world or above the world. You know what I mean?
Steven's saying if they bring somebody else in, it better be somebody real serious. I tell him D'Angelo's a pretty good.
Well, then Steven, in the chatter when you call in, like, who's serious? How serious?
I don't know. It'll be interesting. But ultimately, Nikki, you have the Braun
I
Bronze.
do have the bronze. I feel like I don't know. We'll get to it when we get to it.
You have the Braun Bronze.
I have the Braun
Nikki,
Bronze.
I disagree with
I
you.
know, but like
I've got Roman, the Bloodline, and Jey Uso winning because I'm telling you a story because I think Roman and Jey beat the hell out of Braun and Bronson and get a victory. So that Braun and Bronson are just by the wayside because I think this match is opening. I think legitimately this tag team match opens night one. And I will stick to that as we get into.
Have it been announced yet? Or are they doing that thing that they do on?
No, they already announced. So perfect segue that the main event is going to be CM Punk and Gunther,
The ring general.
for the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, not a super big build-up, so we'll try and catch you up on the 2.5 weeks or so that these two have gotten to engage with each other. So let's take a look back because everybody, Nikki, wants to rule the world.
Understand, I am not just any other wrestler. I am not just any other challenger. I am the best in the world.
It's very simple. The best in the world is the man that holds the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm gonna make you regret that you ever stepped foot into a professional wrestling ring. I'm gonna maul you, I'm gonna push you around, I'm gonna choke you out, I'm gonna drop you like a wet towel.
I'm leaving World Heavyweight Champion. But hey, at least you'll be able to share a ring and finally feel what it's like to be in the ring with the one, the only, best in the world.
Nikki,
I love that song so much. Baby.
what are your predictions?
My
CM Punk
predictions are
and
winner.
Gunther for the World Heavyweight title.
Well, because I don't think Punk is winning. I don't think it's because of a run-in or something or who's-he, what's-he. CM Punk's belt, the one that he wants back, is the WWE belt. The one that he lost to The Rock, the ones with the whatever, the W on it. And there's so much going on between Seth, will he, won't he, all this other stuff. I feel like they don't need the belt for that feud. I feel like I'd rather have Gunther retain and move on to something else. I feel like maybe I caught, and I don't want to say controversial, but like I feel like everyone's like, he's gonna cash in, he's gonna do a thing, CM Punk. I feel like you don't want CM Punk with a belt that just got created. You want to see him with John Cena's belt. You want to see him with the Cody belt. You want him on SmackDown. You want him with that belt because that's the belt that he lost to The Rock that he shouldn't have. And that's what made him want to leave and all this other bullshit. Like, that's the belt that he wants.
That's fair. I mean, it is the iconic belt, right? It's the franchise.
I want him with a proper. I honestly think Gunther's belt is prettier than John Cena's belt, but that's the belt that you want him to have instead of that stupid fucking spinner belt. Like having like the proper WWE belt on him makes more sense to me than this belt that we kind of just created because we split the brands of Roman Reigns as the
It's
thing.
the WCW belt. That's how they always
Yeah, agreed. And I think I love more what Gunther is doing with it, and I would love to have him have a dominant. I think it's gonna be a fun match. But I'd rather Gunther just fucking choke him out, solidify Gunther. You beat Goldberg, you beat Punk, and then who's gonna bring you down? Like, and that's when I think eventually Braun Breaker and him will have a thing. For me, that's my Mania match. Braun Breaker taking the belt off Gunther at Mania. But
That's not bad. But Nikki, you owe me a drink. I said pack them and smoke them. Cheers.
Cheers as a
We said
shot.
Ed was going to say that.
Nick was like, he put the package, was like, Ed's gonna say that, watch. And
All right. Reese brought up a good point. He goes, I think Rollins goes for the WWE title, but the world title, I don't think he's winning it. Now, Reese, you bring up a point, and that's a great question, because now I'm going to throw this question out there. I know, and I'm going to say this. I know he's injured, but I'm going to tell you this story based off my previous prediction, right? We're talking about the Braun Breaker, the Bronze against Roman and Jay. I said, I do believe Roman and Jay are winning, and the Bronze are going to be down and out, right? Then at the end of the night, we're going to see this match, because this whole night one is very anticlimactic, and it's too light to me. There's something going to be a swerve, and there has to be something to change it. So to me, I think Seth Rollins is cashing in the Money in the Bank tomorrow night to kick off the 2-night. This is the first ever 2-night SummerSlam, second biggest event, right, in the year. What way to make the first ever 2-night SummerSlam hit big than take night one with a Money in the Bank cash in with Seth Rollins and have him come back, because no one knows his health and no one knows what's going on except like that one interview he did. What if he just needed enough time to heal and this is his comeback? That's option one. And now here's the story that I'll tell with this as you can come back. If he's not healthy and it's a couple of months, 2 months or less, that he can recover with, you can keep him with this group that he's formed that keeps him on top, because that was the whole point of the vision, was to run WWE. So you have that option. The other option is I'll call it the babyface route, where Rollins is coming back and Paul Heyman has no idea, because Braun Breaker, if you recall, this whole last couple of weeks has stepped up to Roman Reigns. He said it's his yard. This is about me and everything else. And what if the wrinkle in this whole storyline, and I said there's cracks in the vision already forming, is that Seth Rollins comes back because he sees all these things going on. And this group was formed for him to control WWE. And he comes back in a surprise fashion and just cashes in his briefcase, tells nobody, and goes off and goes, hey, this was my group. The whole point was to control WWE and win the world title. And now he has this group, but there is some little inklings and dissension, because Braun Breaker's already there. Who does Bronson Reed sign with? You can go, or side with, rather. You can go in a lot of different directions for the next couple of months with that storyline. And Braun Breaker.
the Braun.
Yeah, Braun Breaker eventually challenging Seth Rollins for the world title, which is where you're headed anyway. So that's the story that I'm creating. And that's why I think a cash-in is going to happen tomorrow night, and it's going to be a crazy night one to lead into night two. Thoughts? Throw it in the chat.
I want to counter your point with a point.
Yes, Ed, he hobbles down to the ring, or he's carried by his group.
You just said they're already out there. How can they carry him down there?
Well, he could,
I guess school's still out on is Seth injury, a shoot or a work, or he worked himself to a shoot or shot himself into a work, either or. I think if we're not going to Heyman walking around with the briefcase, kind of, I feel like it's to me like Paul Bearer with his urn, like his just like his prop that you don't know what's going to happen with it, and he's a little mysterious. And he has these crazy promos, and it's like him walking around, kind of like he doesn't have the Ula Fala anymore to hold, so now he has his briefcase. So I think kind of Heyman kind of having this more story arc with holding this thing is a little more intriguing. Also, there's a crazy theory that I saw online, so I don't want to take credit for it. But someone was like, because the rumor is...
Sorry, Andrew said Rollins probably has a whole outfit he could ride down on.
Probably. That's incredible. That what if, because the rumor is, or was, if when this group that you call the Vision implodes, that Braun Breaker gets custody of Paul Heyman. So does Paul Heyman, holder of the briefcase, give it to Braun Breaker to cash in on?
So Reese is kind of saying Breaker
Is that what
falls
you're
for the
saying?
Money in
I'm
the
sorry,
Bank.
not been watching the channel.
Heyman turns on Breaker. Oh, he wins it and becomes world. Goes with Heyman. Yeah, maybe turns on Rollins. I think he means turns on Rollins.
I don't like the match because that's how like Otis lost it to Miz. And then like all the stuff with Kennedy and stuff like I didn't like if I love like who gets the custody of the briefcase match. I don't know. But again, there's so much story and in it and whatever. I rather because then if Gunther loses, then what do you do with Gunther?
Yes, it reset. He turns on Rollins and joins Braun.
Yeah, so again, if Gunther loses to this. Will they, won't they? Like, I don't think it's a straight up CM Punk win because that doesn't make sense at this point. Or there's the cash in and the Braun runs and all the other things. Then what do you do with Gunther?
I mean, he won the belt, so he got another accolade. I don't know what's next.
No, because the rumor is like, oh, he's Cena's last opponent. That's fucking December. You're gonna have him like, and I also don't agree with you. I also don't love that either. So I just feel like Punk and Seth and the Bronze, and there's so much other chaos going around that can be its own storyline. Like Gunther be the champ. Let Gunther goot.
Let him goot.
Let him goot. I just like I don't know. I'm going to be wrong. I'm sure we'll come back here on Sunday and be like, obviously, Nick, you're an idiot. But I don't know. My heart says Gunther here.
Nikki, you're going Gunther.
I'm going Goots.
I'm still sticking with my storyline plan of CM Punk winning and getting cashed in on by Seth Rollins. But let us know in the chat if you disagree.
I see. I'm reading Reese's last post. I hear you. I see you. But like, that's what everyone's saying. That like, that's the match. But like, are they going to have this whole 12-month run of Cena being heel, or at some point he's going to turn? I don't think that match is supposed to be at the Boston Garden. I think it's the TD Bank Garden now. I saw him win the Money in the Bank there. I don't think he's walking into that match as a heel.
Yeah.
As much as it would be, it's too late in the game. Maybe that match at whatever Saudi show it was when Solo beat Cena. Maybe that should have been Gunther. Maybe that would have been your match. But like, it doesn't make sense to me at this point to have a Gunther Cena match.
No, neither.
And that makes more sense. Honestly,
it doesn't put over.
Damn, Punk beating a heel Punk seeing a face. Say it again. A heel CM Punk beating a face John Cena at his last match in the Boston Garden to win the belt. I'd be so fucking down for that. There's so much up in the air. I'm rambling at this point.
All right. There's a lot up in the air, but we'll put a wrap on it just to let you know. Here's our predictions. Top are what we were aligned on. Nikki and I both agree on Jelly Roll. Orton, the Randy Roll. Ed's favorite wrestler, Karrion. His wayward son. Karrion Kross.
Valerian?
And the Judgment Day. We disagree. I have Jade Cargill winning the WWE Women's title. Nikki has the Bronze winning, and I have the Bloodline. And Nikki, as we just stated, has Gunther retaining over CM Punk.
That might be the stretch of the weekend, but I think he needs to keep it.
Don't Gunther. Karrion Kross.
He's Kross. He's carrying Kross. He's Kross.
Chris Cross will make it jump. Remember that song? Who was that?
Chris Cross will make it. Chris Cross.
That was the name of the band?
Yeah, Chris Cross.
What song was the name of the song?
Jump, and they wore all their pants backwards.
I just remember that lyric. I don't remember anything else.
I know they were like 12-year-olds with their pants backwards. Yeah, Chris Cross will make you jump.
Yeah, anyway.
Originally eating. Chris Cross will make you jump.
All right, Nikki, we're running over a little bit here. Phone lines are now open. The link is in the chat. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking for night one of WWE SummerSlam. airing tomorrow at I think 6 p.m. Eastern
Yeah,
time.
it starts at 6. It's a 3-hour pre-show. So get your snacks before 6 o'clock because it main starts at 6.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot of wrestling.
Do we all need to listen to Rosenberg say how he feels about things? I don't need that in my life. I used to listen to him on Hot 97. No, thank you.
Rosenface?
What?
Oh, Rosen. What's his name? Who's the Yankee guy? What's his name? Michael K. The announcer used to call him Rosen.
Oh, because I know what Michael K. called.
Yeah, it was a great name, Rosenface.
Good Lord.
All right, phone lines, Nikki, are open. Let us know what you're drinking and what you're thinking about night one. Like we said, of WWE SummerSlam tomorrow. Super excited.
Hot Mania.
All right, Nikki, my blondie. Snare. You just hit those drums so hard.
I did.
You've been practicing real hard, and when you flip your hat backwards, you just turn it up to a whole other level.
Keep rolling. I know you'll be loving this shit right here.
Oh God.
You don't care. Like the thing is, I will rap Limpin'.
All right.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Regular on the line. Let's hit him hard. It's SummerSlam, Nikki. Go big or go home. Let's start with the regular. We need to know what's in his head.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
What's in your head? In your head. Zombie.
How's it going?
Hello, friend.
Hello.
Happy Friday, Ed.
How's it going?
Cheers. What are you drinking? What are you thinking, friend?
Oh, what am I drinking? I'm drinking a very subpar cookies and cream coffee. It's not very good.
Okay.
But what am I thinking? I'm thinking the Fed bad. They're killing wrestling. It's completely dead. I don't know why we're watching anymore. WWE Unreal. It's just killing everything. It's over. Just pack it up, guys.
I haven't watched it, to be honest with you.
I don't like it.
I feel like it's a thing that I would watch.
I mean, I get it. I don't necessarily love it.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So I've seen just clips. I'm super interested, right? I've been sick and tired for years now of just hearing like Dave Meltzer reports that this is what the storyline was, and everyone just says that that's fact. I love that they're just putting the camera in the writer's room, right? Like, I love that shit. It's fucking great. I did want to bring up though, I think that we're now in like an interesting era where people are like, although the clickbaity websites or have been yelling that, kayfabe is dead, wrestling is over, pack it up, guys. We're done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that like, are we now living in like a postmodern kayfabe?
Postmodern kayfabe.
So listen, I put it that way because like if WWE and Netflix, they're just giving away the insider terms, bro. If you're watching this now and everyone's in on it, now no one's in on it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I find the entire take very interesting.
I think it's too much. I really do. Yeah. I like some components of it, like where it's like, this is the things we have to cut for time and blah blah blah. And like I watched the few clips I've watched, like the Joseph Park one with the Punk Rollins match.
That's been the talk of the town.
And just like how they cut out certain things and blah blah blah. But like, which is neat to see, but like again on the fly to see all that. But I don't want to hear like that there's 7 people involved in the match. I want to still like feel that like again,
it's still real to me, damn it.
like, I don't know. Not in that vein, but I guess kind of in that vein. Like, I still want, like, it's almost like, you know what it is? And it's the same thing. We say it all the time. Music. It's the same thing with music. It's like when you find out that name your artist, X artist.
I'm sorry, just the look on Nikki's face just was sending me.
I'm waiting for this. Explain it how, like music, please. No, I'm very interested.
No, so they're both artists, right? They're performing artists. They're sports entertainment, right? But it's see now you
Entertain me with the sports, Nick.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought because now Nikki.
So you were saying that they're both artists, right? So were you kind of getting to the point that like you don't really want to see how the sausage is made? You want to think that your solo artist is just a solo artist. This was one guy. You don't want to know that like your big AAA like like mainstream artist has like a team of 35 writers and 40 producers behind him.
Yeah, like all right, like if you found out. And it's a bad example. Like Ozzy Osbourne, like wrote, like he passed away last week, but like X song had 10 co-writers on it. You view it slightly differently, like because you're like, I love the performer of that song, but then you know that there's like 20 people involved. It's just a different method to it, like because like the way, in my opinion, like, and again, I know wrestling's changed so much, but like, and it's grown up like the 80s, 90s. Like the wrestlers put together their own matches, right? Like they maybe had one agent, but there was one agent. And then maybe the head booker that knew what was going on. Everything else was just, hey, go out there. And if you have to change things on the fly because an injury happens or time needs to be cut, the ref gets the call and you have to do it on your own and figure it out.
Well,
and
I mean, as far as we know, right? I wasn't there. I have no idea. Because like a guy like Randy Savage would have, like, he was famously like, Macho Man's considered like one of the greatest of all time, right? Nobody's doubting that. But he famously was a guy that would go to his opponent and be like, days beforehand, we got to figure this out. Like, I want this like step by step, like that, not even just bullet points. Like he wanted everything. And I don't want to say same thing with Bret Hart, but there were tons of times that like Bret would be like, we're going to go over every little single thing because he knew he had to carry the guy, right? But I definitely see what you're saying. Let me ask you this. Oh, what did
somewhere Vince McMahon. I know. Imagine that show with Vince McMahon. That would have been insane. That would have been. I would have watched that to hear the insane shit.
No, I want that guy. I want that guy gone. Like I don't want that guy anywhere near anything anymore. It's bad enough that I have to see his ex-wife, current wife. I'm not even sure what his and Linda's.
Oh, you went to the fucking White House?
Okay, so that.
Yeah. I mean, I really just don't want to see Linda at all if I can help it. We really got to get A1 back in schools.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't.
They still make that.
I won't get into it, Nick. The thing I was going to bring up was, how do you feel about Ed Sheeran, Nick?
Me?
Yeah.
As a musician?
Yeah.
Interesting. I think he uses a lot of like. He has a unique style with the loop pedals, and like that's like his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard about his songwriting process, which is interesting. And it's just like kind of he's like I write a word down and I try and rhyme it basically. And it's like okay, but like
he also I was gonna say not to cut you off, but he's also written like tons of like massive pop hits in the past like 10 years.
Yeah, no, he has. How many?
Like I know, and I say that because like yeah, I was gonna say not his stuff. Like he wrote it and then sold it to other people. Like Justin Bieber's "Love Yourself," originally an Ed Sheeran song, and the title of that song was "You Can Go and Fuck Yourself." It's great.
Halsey, Halsey saying "Go fuck yourself." Chef's kiss. I digress.
But yeah, it's one of those things that like I look at it in a similar sense. Like yes, it's like music, but like I eat that shit up. Right. I absolutely want to know like, I absolutely want to know that like, this song that I really like may not have been the band's original thing, or like they collaborated with like, some one of their other famous friends. And it's like, Iggy Pop and David Bowie wrote a bunch of their hits together. Like Lust for Life wasn't originally a Stooges song. It was a Bowie song. That blows my fucking mind. Right. Like I'm here for it. So I'm very much like, let me see how the sausage is made. Don't even pull back the curtain. Grab that thing, pull it down, like let it on fire in front of me. You know what I mean?
But and you're also an artist type. You know what I mean? I don't
appreciate that.
But like you're performer. That's good. So like you also deeply, more deeply than most, appreciate that the production side of things, and like that's where you want to see. I don't know.
It doesn't. We hear because recently I had this conversation a couple of months ago when this first got announced. Why I don't get mad how the sausage is made. I want to see the documentary and how the movie was made. I watched so many Wes Anderson documentaries. Love my life. So many things about that show we were watching on Netflix. And we watched with the Killers and like how you wrote this song and how it does a thing.
Oh,
watching this thing does not. Watching how the sausage is made does not take away of the sausage. Mama.
She's hung up on breakfast. She's still hung up on
the song. It's just like seeing how I got there doesn't make me not love When You Were Young by the Killers. That is
absolutely
killer fucking song. And watching that documentary does not take away from that. Watching this quote unquote real is not real, we're putting Triple H over. I watched all the Diva shows
and Reese is agreeing with you, and he's also nodding in the backstage.
It's just like I don't take it. Again, we're watching this. We know it's choreographed. We know it's not real. So watching a show how it might be real, not be real, I don't.
And I was just saying this. And I was just saying this to the love of my life earlier.
No, my love.
Excuse me. The love of your life. Close.
I can't believe
Close second.
Did you tell him that you also double as a wrestling manager?
The Three Amigos!
The most naked wrestlers.
I have to delete drops, so I have to get them all in before we get them out. There's only so many that StreamYard's letting me hold.
I'm so sad that's going to go eventually because one of them is always injured. I think Tyler's injured again, and
I think Dune is actually the new Grande Americana.
How dare you say that? It's definitely not.
He's also an agent down in Triple to be like my.
Oh, he is now? I thought he was an agent in WWE.
He was doing Speed, and apparently now he's down in AAA.
Triple A.
Watch how you say it. He was doing Speed.
I was laughing and he was doing Speed, was he? He was just...
I know. Yeah. That's the way you said it. Don't worry. Last Sunday on Mikey's show, I said how I really appreciate how WWE is doing back shots as they come out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know what to call them, so I called them back shots.
Pretty sure that's the lyrics to Jey Uso's theme song, right? Back
let's
shots.
Let's just say back shots got a rise out of the crowd.
Hey.
There we go. Oh man.
Mike,
we're shooting your cowboy.
You immensely.
No, the point I was gonna. Well, I now I'm losing my train of thought.
We digress. So sorry.
I know. You know why?
You were saying you were talking to. You said you were talking to your love, and I said no, she's mine. But what did you say to her?
No, it was something something about kayfabe or so. I completely lost my train of thought. But I was going to say very much pro wrestling and drag are the same thing. It's absolutely 100% the same thing.
Yes.
You can't tell me otherwise. That's kind of more or less where I was going, but there was a point because there was some similarities, there was some overlap. But hey, my other point was going to be, why do we never just talk about kayfabe? And I say that in a way that no, I have never heard a wrestling show or seen any kind of discussion of wrestling talk about just the in-universe characters, right? It's always a discussion about creative or just about the show to show or the stuff that's going on behind the show. No one ever talks about how Braun Strowman should have never lost because he was able to flip a 14-ton ambulance. No one ever talks about the entire story of the Undertaker being a giant undead wizard who might run a cult and he can shoot lightning. That was once reincarnated as a biker man. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the that fan film Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. Breaks down Triple H's story very, very well.
Did you send that to me?
I probably sent it to you years ago.
I've watched it. I've watched everything. you said May. So I watched this probably 1,000 years ago.
And
Hell yeah, dude.
a new member, Naked Midian, to your group.
Yeah, but I feel like.
By the way, I'm reaching out to him about trying to get on the show, so that would be amazing to add to your group.
No, he's a chef now.
Yeah, is he? Well, hopefully he does it with clothes on.
Hopefully he doesn't what?
He does it with clothes on.
Oh. Because I heard you cut out a little bit. I heard I hope he doesn't explode now, and I'm like,
oh God.
Before or after the back shots, I have questions.
It's all free here at the bar.
So many people have so many questions.
No, but really, I honestly just want to talk about kayfabe because it's like it's interesting to me, right? Like, what are these some of these characters' motivations? Like, where do you go? How does it even make sense in this world anymore? Like, is the world of like WWE? Is it our world? Is it like an alternate timeline?
It should be its own universe, right? Like these people live in this universe where they can do all these, like certain people can do certain things in certain degrees. Like the Wyatts should be able to do supernatural things, and like like you have all the Olympic athletes. Like
the Sandman was blind,
but then he wasn't.
And he wasn't. And it's just again, this was like our childhood was like there's this undead zombie Undertaker wizard, and no one batted an eye.
Kane could shoot fire.
He's a biker, and we're like, okay, I guess he's a biker now. He's got the tattoos and the motorcycle. I get it. So everyone,
I felt like that was just because he wanted to be like, I don't want to keep talking like an idiot anymore. Just let me go out in public and just have a conversation with people. I love riding my dirt bike. Or not my dirt bike.
Yeah, it's dirt bike. Fuck that guy.
I love riding my motorcycle. Just let me be me. Let me be me.
But like everyone's like, we have to defend kayfabe forever. But like, I don't have to agree with you. But then no one talks about kayfabe.
Yeah. We have to defend it, but nobody ever talks about how like Steve Austin should have been like put under the jail for his like as many times as he was assaulting people. Like,
yeah,
and we were all cool with it.
Ed kayfabe is dead.
Rest in peace.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I just noticed in the chat, Reese brought up that Raven and 100% came from a wealthy family. Yeah, that's Canada ECW. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it's just like all these things that you're like, oh yeah, it's the thing, and it's like you gotta protect it, but like no one talks about it. They're so quick to be like, he's jumping out, he's selling the business, you're all killing the business, but like you're a zombie wizard man.
Yeah,
give me like. Give me one or the other, right? And I think that's one of the reasons I was really drawn to something like Lucha Underground, because it's only presented that way. Drago's a dragon man who turns into a dragon. Like Sami Callihan was there and then was killed and resurrected as a snake man. That happened.
Yeah.
Like it's a dumb, stupid show. People die. Mostly because they get signed to WWE, so they get they get put in a coffin and they have to be written off. But it happens. Kayfabe is stupid. I want more of it.
But it's fun. That's what makes it fun. It's just like, again, you're seeing a live movie in a lot of ways. So like, just enjoy it.
That goes back to it too. Nick, you were saying like you don't want to know that there's like a bunch of guys involved in a match. Like, do you not want to know that there's like 3 stunt choreographers and CGI and people doing backflips in Star Wars?
Billy Kidman with your fucking stopwatch. I'm here for it, baby.
No, go away.
I don't
Take
care.
your
I don't care. It doesn't take away that from what I like. No.
Unacceptable. Ed,
Nick,
I disagree with both of you.
Hey, listen, it's cool. It's why I'm bringing it up. I want to have the conversation. It's fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. Ed, before we let you go, first off, hope you can join us on the 23rd. Ed, you'd be part of the Nick Club invasion of the Jersey Shore.
That sounds like a good time.
And Ed, listen, the people need to see the Nick Club. So you better be showing up. Seaside Showdown, Ed. I'm expecting you to be there.
So I did see I see the IWTV thing there, and I thought it was MTV for a second. My brain just auto-corrected.
Yeah,
it was MTV. We couldn't figure out the rights deals for the TV, so just didn't.
I hear you. Yeah. We'll definitely figure it out.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. Ed, before we let you go, what is your?
Listen, I don't care that he's dead. Fuck Terry Bollea. That guy fucking sucked.
He did that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ed.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Seaside Showdown 4, which I didn't realize they had 4 of them. So the third one was actually in June of this year. Crazy turnout, probably like 300-400 people there. Easy. So, and our contestant earlier, if you caught it, Charles Delutri is our co-promoter for TCW. So super excited. We got friends of the show, Sami Chaos. She's taking on the Chinies. Sorry, I got blank for a second. So the Chinies taking on Sami Chaos and a mystery tag team partner. Who could that be? So very, very, very exciting. Very exciting time. So Nikki just had to let the dog out real quick. So let's bring in, hold on, let me bring it back in widescreen here. A little different. It's different when I do this by myself. I have to change the layouts. There we go. Good enough. It's different. Reese, I know you do this by yourself. It's a little different when you have the solo layout versus like 3 or 4 people. But we'll see how it works. But anyway, let's bring him in. Our newest regular from overseas, Reese Lightning. Reese, I know, right? Like, you didn't? Did you expect that, or was that not what you were expecting?
No, I expected it.
It just fits so nicely.
More or less.
Is it something that you got a lot when you were a kid? Nah, that makes sense. See, for me, it hits a little differently because now the Jets have a running back, Breece Hall, so they call it Breece Lightning. So, well, a little similar.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Reese, what are you drinking? What are you thinking, buddy?
I'm not a fan of 2-night SummerSlam. No, I think it's a bad idea. But I'm eager to see how it goes. But I'm not a fan of it.
There's a lot of matches. And even tonight, right? Like, you look at the SmackDown card tonight with Damian Priest. Nikki mentioned this as she's coming back in. Like, with Priest and Black aren't on the card. LA Knight's not on the card. Like, you have matches that are going on tonight. The U.S. title. I think that, honestly, I could totally see the title changing hands tonight. Sorry. Nikki's moving. Coming in like a house fire.
The dog and the thing and pet mom stuff.
But yeah, like, honestly, like, this match, Julia, I wouldn't be shocked if tonight Julia drops the U.S. title back to Zelina.
I think she will, but what is the point of this belt now? They've done nothing with it.
It should have never took it off Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Patriot Hots.
I actually think if you're a woman right now, what is your purpose in wrestling? Because I don't think they're actually doing anything for them right now. I actually feel sorry for them.
For the female in general?
In the main branch in North America, yeah, I feel like it's a letdown.
I don't know. They push a lot. I mean, like, look at look at Rhea, right? Rhea's a great example of
Well, that's true.
Star. I think you could argue maybe by osmosis, Liv Morgan off of Rhea's success. But I mean, I don't know. In terms of pushing female talent, they've probably been better at pushing female talent than male talent the last 2 or 3 years and getting over. Like
I think
Bianca.
I don't think it's natural.
What's that?
I don't think it's natural. I think it was forced through fan backlash. And they're good talent. But I feel like if you're not pressured, you're not going to do anything. And I feel like they've stepped up so much, and now Julia's not even on the card with Selena. It makes no sense. But you've got Jelly Bean, who can't wrestle.
Well, but unfortunately, this is the situation that always happens. It's the Shawn Michaels thing, like, well, kind of like putting butts in seats. Unfortunately, Jelly Roll is going to put whatever casual fan's going to go watch.
No, I agree.
To put that person, in a seat, and that's what they're, it's about selling tickets, and that's for us diehards. Yeah, you're gonna be like, he's not going to do. We're not expecting him to do anything crazy. It's not going to be a great wrestling match. And I know Reese, like, you're huge on like the in-ring technicians. It's not going to be anything like that, and that's the problem. But you have to have a little bit of that, right?
No, of course. I think I wouldn't mind if it was a 5-minute segment, but we still got the US Women's Title defended. Like, why is Penta not on this show? Like, you want to take AEW's good talent, awesome, but why is he not on SummerSlam? That makes no sense to me.
You have Penta, Priest, LA Knight,
like,
Alpha Black.
He might no, unless they do like if my pitch works out in the main event, maybe Penta's part of the people that fend off Braun Breaker and Bronson.
That, even to me, that just seems like a cop-out, Not because it's your idea, I think it's just a cop-out. It's not a good way to use him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but Andrade with Phoenix? No.
Yeah.
Put him back.
They're not.
That's going to be a trios group of them with Penta. And I think it should be a heel group.
Yeah.
A heel group, that would be
phenomenal. Yeah.
That's the LWO I want to see. Like, forget
I agree.
No, you're not bad.
Yeah, I just want to see them get more enjoyment, but it's just ridiculous. I don't think they've done it right for SummerSlam, but I'm still going to watch and see how it goes. But I still have some trepidations, but like...
I just think, like, do you think that, like... So there's what, like 12 matches roughly? 12, maybe 13?
6 and 7, so math.
Yeah, 13 matches, yeah.
So, like, of the 13, you could probably, like, tomorrow night easily could probably eliminate 2 or 3 matches. Like, the Kross Sami match didn't need to be on there. Probably the women's match doesn't need to be on there. I'm missing one more. But
you don't need.
They're gonna do a celebrity match regardless, so it's inevitable. But like, if I name those 2 matches, right, you could throw those on SmackDown tonight, and SmackDown tonight is fine, or split them between Raw and SmackDown depending on who the talent is, and you're fine. And
I agree.
Right, so now you have 2 less matches tonight on a 6 card. So you have 4, and then tomorrow, so that's 10 you have to cut out from tomorrow from one show. It's not that bad. Like a 6-7 card match card is not bad.
I also think as well, you've got 2 3-hour pre-shows. Nobody wants to listen to Sam Roberts for 3 hours.
Yes.
So why not have some matches on the pre-show? Like, that increases buy rates. That increases attention.
That's actually right.
They haven't done that in years, though.
I know, and it's pathetic.
It's just like the panel talking, and then you announce, like, as a thing. Again, when you're watching
I never thought about
the WrestleMania thing. That's how they announced they bought AAA.
I literally never noticed that they haven't done matches on the pre-show.
Years.
I seriously never paid attention to that.
Like, yay, 3 hours, Booker T going.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to watch that. I will not be watching a 3-hour pre-show
Yeah.
like that. But I think if they really put all focus and attention into SummerSlam, it could be good. And I hope it is. I want it to be good, but I don't agree with 2 nights. And God forbid Cardi B as a host.
Is she the host? Or is
Yeah,
it,
she's gonna come out. She's gonna do a thing, and then like when Sexy Red did on NXT, she did one thing in one segment, and you never fucking saw her again.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea. I want to see some good surprises though. Like I want to see them actually try and shock the audience.
That's why I think that cash-in's happening, because there's nothing like tomorrow night. If I told you what would be the biggest surprise on tomorrow night, just without like just looking at the card, there's nothing on like Jade beating Tiffany. No one would be like, "Oh my god, it was a huge deal" or whatever. Like no one would say anything about that. The women's tag titles, them losing to Bliss and Charlotte, no one would say anything about it. That's why I legitimately think that to kick off, you're going to try and make this a big spectacle, a 2-night like what New Japan did with Wrestle Dream,
Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty.
You know, all these like they're trying to build it the same way. Then make night 1 so memorable because Rollins never, he had that WrestleMania cash in. Make it this something you didn't see coming because of the injury and everything else. That would be a great way to kick off the weekend.
I actually think from both nights, I think the match of the weekend is going to be Mysterio versus Styles.
Yeah.
I said that to you this morning. I was like, that's your sneaky pick. That's going to be probably everyone's favorite match.
And I'm not overly keen on Dominic Mysterio. I'm a big AJ Styles fan. But I actually think that will be match of the weekend.
Yeah,
there's something about it, and I'm thinking title change.
That one, or maybe potentially the triple threat. I think the women's triple threat with Io, Rhea, and Naomi could be a really, really good one. But yeah, in terms of like the singles matches, yeah, like I think that'll be better than Gunther Punk. I think
that's. I'm not excited for that. I'm actually not excited for that at all. Because Gunther's going to win and he's going to lose to Sami Zayn.
Which could be,
I can just see it coming.
I don't know. I cash in. I'm still hell bent on that cash in.
I think Rollins cashes in on Cena.
That'd be crazy. That'd be a big pop too, especially you would turn face though. You have to turn face then if he does that.
Oh, I think he'll be babyface by the time Survivor Series is over.
No, how would Seth cashing in on Cena make Seth face?
Because you always get a pop with the Money in the Bank cash in, and I think the way that like Cena's a heel now, so you cash in on Cena. Unless he completely changes his ways of his character in the next 3 months to where he's a face that gets cashed in on, it makes no sense. So he's going to be a face. He's going to be cashing in on the champion.
Something will happen on Sunday. There'll be some sort of trigger on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that. Well, we'll talk about Sunday on Sunday because actually, Reese, you made a great little segue for us.
We're back. We're back. So much back this weekend.
We're bringing, this is a crazy. Well, Reese, you're broadcasting like crazy too. But Sunday, we're back here live. Ooh, let me take the banner down right quick. We're live at 3 p.m. Eastern time, recapping night 1 and previewing night 2 of WWE SummerSlam. So make sure you catch it, hit the bell, make sure you're ready on Sunday. But anyway, Reese, back to your.
Yeah, I'm doing all of mine tomorrow. I'm doing both nights tomorrow predictions, and then I'm doing a short quiz.
Yeah, I mean, you cover a lot of wrestling, man. So I give you a lot of credit. I know today you did a lot of streaming for 2 or 3 different shows as well. So make sure you catch Reese on his channel. Reese, let everyone know where it's the Weekly Steel Chair, right?
Yeah, Weekly Steel Chair on YouTube. Always fun, always a pleasure. You guys, I mean, you've been on a few times. You need to get you both on at the same time.
Yeah, well, getting us together. This is like the only time we get.
Yeah. And then she can school you.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Reese, before we let you go, I'll give you your last shot.
Ooh, last shot. Okay. By year's end, Brock Lesnar will be back in WWE.
Ooh, that's a good one. I actually, it's a rough one, but I think I can see because he's still on the WWE website, so it's not that outlandish because he's still there. And it's very trippy that he's on that website. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, Nikki. Enough time for one last caller, one last regular to bring us home. Well, let's get through.
The only way to bring us home.
All right, Nikki.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Steven.
Greetings, everybody. I promise no Shakespeare this week. And to everybody who's listening who came to our area for the show, welcome to New Jersey. Maybe we should do some travel tips.
Please, I want to hear all your.
Don't fly to Newark. That's
yeah. Like, well, for those who aren't here yet, if the idea is to stay in the city, you're perfectly welcome to do that, but don't be surprised if you pay city prices. Stay out here. Out here is where the show is. Seriously. We have a lot of these wonderful things called diners.
Ooh, my favorite thing in the world.
And you can get the most wonderful bacon cheeseburgers. I shouldn't be talking like this. I just had dinner.
Which, by the way, Steve, you are, not to cut you off, and Nikki's going to yell at me, but as a regular, the OG, you and Lisa are the originals of OGs. You are VIP to the party tomorrow. In which case, we are breaking out special grilling hamburgers. I hope you like barbecue bacon.
I do like barbecue bacon.
That's a big win. All right, we already got a win. Nikki, that's a big win for us.
Okay.
What's special about them? Are they made from squirrels?
They're barbecue bacon.
Yeah.
They're barbecue bacon, and they're the most illustrious burgers ever. So.
Oh, well, when you hype them up like that.
Exactly.
Anticipation. But yes, these wonderful fine dining establishments called Jersey Diners, where you can get this wonderful thing called Taylor ham or pork roll, depending on where you end up, for breakfast and for brunch, and also eggs.
Dinner.
And you might notice we're called the Garden State, and yet there's going to be some kind of a smell. You know, we're famous for our tomatoes, but we're only called the Garden State because the oil and petrochemical refinery state was too long to put on a license plate. Just stay away from exit. You're probably not going to be able to avoid it. Exit 13 off the turnpike. You know, and there'll be a haze of some kind of vapor. Don't be disturbed like that about it. It's like that all the time.
Steven.
And if you're going to take a day to visit the shore, allow yourselves about 8 hours of commute time.
Stop shitting on my state, Steven.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only grew up here. So, hey.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Girl.
And again, welcome to New Jersey. We hope you have fun. And apparently WWE thinks enough of New Jersey that they put the New York skyline in the bloody logo.
They do that they do it for WrestleMania 29 too.
Every time.
Although in fairness, the Statue of Liberty is in there, which is a New Jersey property.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway, welcome, have fun. It's going to be hot and humid. Drink a lot of cold beverages, and there you go.
Well done. Words of wisdom.
And when we get to Clash in Paris, I can give you your Paris travel tips.
Get for everybody.
So anyway, the card for Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I'm doing this from memory because I don't have it in front of me. Tiffany and Jade.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tiffany retains because I think Bianca's going to make her return. She's been out doing press. From the word is she's just about ready, and I think she turns heel and screws Jade out of the victory.
Ooh.
And then you have the Jade Bianca feud that people have been asking for months now.
Wait, you said Bianca turns heel, or
Bianca turns heel and takes out Jade, costs Jade the victory, and Tiffany retains.
Love it.
That is my prediction. Who else do we have? Who was next? Roman and Jay versus the Paw Patrol.
The Bron.
I like the Paw Patrol's pick.
No, the Brons.
Yeah. I mean, you talked about, possibly a third member of that stable debuting, a third wrestling member. I mean, look, it can't, if you're going to do that at SummerSlam, it can't be Ethan Page. It can't be Ricky Saints. It's got to be a big name for it to happen at SummerSlam. Otherwise, just do it at Raw. The only person I can think of from NXT who maybe you can get away with doing that at SummerSlam is probably Obafemi. Big dude, but then that would deprive. Well, not necessarily. I was going to say that would deprive us of having the Obafemi versus Braun Breaker matches or versus Bronson Reed matches that we all deserve and we know we all want.
He's still champ though, right?
He's still champ, but Kevin Owens.
I don't think it's going to be Oba or Ethan because they have belts. So it's more. I'm more Ricky D'Angelo because they're.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be Tony D'Angelo either. It would be somebody like on the level of LA Knight. I don't think it'll be LA Knight, but somebody on that level, maybe a little bit beneath, for it to happen this weekend. Otherwise, just wait till Monday.
See if and throw a name out.
How about Jimmy?
How about LA Knight? Honestly, LA Knight would be crazy.
That would be interesting because Seth had been feuding with Bronson and brought Bronson into the fold, and Seth was feuding with LA Knight there for a little while. Yeah, why not? He's not on the card.
Yeah. Which is crazy for Penta, LA Knight, Damian Priest to not be on the card.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, who else could we be thinking of?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. There's so many.
Sadly.
Yeah. Let's see. The tag team title match. I don't know. Both teams, the women's tag team title match. I don't know. Both teams seem to have some pretty good momentum. I like the Charlotte and Alexa pairing. Maybe it's a little too soon. Maybe like this is the first. Yeah, there you go. Maybe this is the first match of, and then they get a rematch at the Paris card or the one after it. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing, and I think that's going to be an entertaining match. But I think Judgment Day is going to retain this time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess just like them with together. If you're gonna pair them together just to extend out a feud for a couple months, I get it, because I feel like this is a way just to get them through to like summer. I almost said it. So now I'm doing it backwards. I was saying SummerSlam with Survivor Series. Now I'm saying Survivor Series is SummerSlam. to patch them through to Survivor Series where they can have a singles match. Like, they win the titles maybe in, whatever, October. Well, no, that's still pretty short.
Well, Survivor Series is in November.
Yeah, but like if Survivor Series is like 6 weeks after, then you lose it. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the PLE.
There's one every month.
No,
Like,
but
there's no
until
free-
September doesn't have one. So October. So if you win, like you win at Clash in Paris, right? Let's just say to Steve's point, right? Like they lose this match and win at Clash in Paris. Then it's the end of August. You have September. I guess maybe then they'd be champions for 2 months. That's fair. But like I don't know if they win the. It's tough because I don't know. Like if you want to give them a significant reign as championship or any sort of reign that's not less than a month, it's tough to squeeze it in before a big PLE if you're going to have them feud with each other eventually. And like, what's the big? You're always working towards usually WrestleMania. So how long? I don't know.
I don't know. I hope they don't feud with each other for quite a while. I mean, because I'm really enjoying the pairing. But I know it's still new. But I don't think they're going to break them up this quickly.
True.
Yeah. So who else is there? Oh yeah, Jelly Roll.
Give me, say it.
All right. Well, look. Randy and Drew shouldn't be anywhere near this match. You know, maybe they should have had a one-on-one, but I mean, you know, something like this should be for like lower to mid-level mid-carders, you know, that have some level of popularity. Like when Damian Priest teamed up with Bad Bunny, he wasn't as nearly as high up on the card as he is now. And I don't get it. Whose wives did Randy and Drew bang that they got in trouble that they had to do this? That Drew had to go exile himself in the UK for extended period in the hopes to try to get out of this. Like I said last week, I can only hope that they, in exchange for being in this, I don't know if you want to call it a comedy spot because it isn't really, but I mean, in exchange for doing this, they got promises of a bigger payoff for both of them immediately after in terms of a storyline or a push or something.
Drew's the one who I think is just getting absolutely housed in all this. He honestly, if injury or not, whatever it is, kayfabe or not, if Seth Rollins wins, the person I think who should take down Seth Rollins is Drew McIntyre. I think Drew deserves a world title win, and to make him some sort of like badass face would be perfect for him for what he's done the last.
Yeah, he deserves a world title win in front of a big crowd and to hold on to it for more than 5 minutes. Yeah. I mean, let's try and take that depressing WrestleMania 36, which doesn't exist, thought image out of my head, out of everybody's head. Let's give somebody something a little more pleasant. All right. So actually, my prediction for this is actually Orton and Jelly Roll are going to lose, and then Orton's going to get PO'd, and he's going to take it out on Cody the next day, and start that feud. And that's his compensation for putting up with this bullshit. Who did I forget? Oh yeah, Sami and Kross. Okay, if Kross wins, he's re-signed.
Yes.
If Kross loses, I guess it could go either way. Probably leaning more towards he's done, and thank you, and we'll see you on Wednesdays in 90 days. But I don't know. This could go either. I'd love to see Kross capitalize on the momentum. I don't know. I think he can. I think he can actually take it.
I just like Sami can bounce back from anything.
Yeah.
So why not have someone like Karrion win on a bigger stage?
Yeah.
Because nothing hurts Sami. It's your little underground dog from the underground thing. Like
Well, you can always build back up an underdog. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And I agree. I don't know who was in the chat before. Like, I think Sami winning the Rumble is a very high chance.
I was going to say, I agree. I think that was Reese, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
So maybe, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I agree with you. I thought it was you or Reese or whatever. I think he's gonna win at Rumble, but you can. This is his low point, and then you bring him back up to win me. There's no
Reese is agreeing with you a lot, Steve. He said he agrees with you on Orton's going to snap on Rhodes and might cost.
Yeah.
Might cost you to have a realization moment with flips. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of his main complaints will be that he was in that match to begin with. It's not that Jelly Roll has a match; it's who they're paired with, and that this is beneath them. That makes it sound a little more arrogant than I intended, but I mean, still, it's like don't put him with these guys. So that leaves Gunther and Punk. I don't know where either one of them would go from here. I don't really see Seth cashing in on this, or tomorrow. It is tomorrow, or Sunday. What day is this now? Okay.
What day is it?
I'm old, everybody. I don't know where either one of them goes from here. I guess, I don't think this is going to end in a way where nobody has any place to, neither of them has any place to go, and I actually think Gunther's going to retain because they want him to have the belt going into the, going into Europe where he's really popular.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I'm hoping that who is ready. That I've been clamoring
samesies
for that feud for months, and that's his WrestleMania match instead of Sami. But I'll take the Sami rematch. So I'll say Gunther wins this one, and we'll see who shows up.
Have we heard any rumblings about the man that you and I desperately want to show up?
Oh, no.
You want to tell everyone who you're talking about?
Yeah, it's between me and Steven. Get out of here.
And not the audience? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's Matt Cardona.
I had a dream like 2 days ago that Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green gave us 2 kittens and I gave them to our nieces.
Wild.
Yeah, that kid's losing their mind.
I just had another dream that I was late for the final exam again.
I still get those. And it's so relieving when you wake up in the morning and you realize you don't have an actual test. but then the real stressing part for me is trying to figure out what I was really worried about, like what test it was. Because then you can't remember because your dreams are all I don't know about you.
Yeah. And the only thing I hope that doesn't come out of this, I mean, we're in North Jersey. It's early August. It's hot. It's humid. The whole thing's outdoors.
Yep.
If you're gonna, just really a suggestion is if you're gonna have these things in the big stadiums anymore, whether it's Mania or Summer, whatever, don't be outdoors, or at least be in a place with a retractable roof, which I don't believe MetLife has.
No, they should have done that. That was a big miss, huge miss on this whole area. But
oh yeah, that's another travel tip. It's $50 to park, everybody.
Well, apparently, actually, Steve, in Dallas, it's $50 to park at the Dallas Stadium, the Cowboy Stadium. I know that for a fact. It's like actually worse than that, which is crazy. And it's like you're miles away from the stadium too, because everything's bigger in Texas. So like,
yeah.
I remember seeing parking like 3/4 of a mile from the stadium that was $55, and I was like, ugh. And you still got to walk this far.
No, that's why I'll be home on my couch.
You can't even Uber, and I don't know how I know they started a couple of years back to do the public transit to there, but I don't know how far you have to walk once the train drops you off or the buses.
Well, MetLife, it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, when the trains are running in it, everyone got stuck at that meeting.
Well,
it just robs you of the joy of tailgating.
Yeah. Steve, pleasure as always. Last shot before you go.
Last shot. Well, You know, it's interesting because, Darby Allin started to have an actual storyline again where he's throwing people onto railroad tracks from like a couple of stories up. And Ed missed the opportunity. Like, dude, he's back. We can, we can start ragging on him again.
I know Ed just didn't.
I don't think he's watching AEW remotely.
I know Ed's
He
missing.
popped in the chat and he jumped off. So
That's okay. I'm sure. I'm sure he'll watch the replay.
There's still plenty of time to catch him up on all that.
There's still plenty of time. Everybody who's going to the show, stay cool, hydrate, get out of there as soon as you can, and into air conditioning.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, well put. Steven. We got new speakers, and now I get to hear Steve in stereo.
Me yelling Steven in stereo.
For all those, all of you who love the Stevenettes that love Steve's voice, we get to hear it in stereo on our new speakers. We're amping up our setup here.
Stevenettes for life.
Let's get through some comments before we get out of here. Andrew Brunswick. Andrew, thanks for chiming in. Would be nice if they somehow made Punk a heel and steal Seth faction, but hey, that'd be interesting. I just don't think Punk's going to be a heel at all. There's a lack of faces, so I don't think that it makes that much sense.
Him and his cute little suit showing up and stuff.
Yeah. Reese offering good hygienic habits. Deodorant for an open roof.
Doesn't matter what roof you're in.
Deodorant in general.
A little dab will do ya.
Yeah. A little here, a little there. Yeah. But yeah, before we get out of here, make sure you hit the old Samoan spike on the left. And Nikki, as we're bleeding over into SmackDown, we'll let Triple H take us out.
Thought we had a spectacular event tonight. Very excited that so far everybody seems to have come out unscathed. Banged up, bumps and bruises, but nobody seriously injured, which I always hold my breath on these events. You want to see people have the best outing that they can possibly have and make memories, but do it safely. And we were able to do that tonight.
Able to do that tonight, Nikki. Back in the groove. All right. And we are. I know. I like that song too. We'll kiss. But we are also back here Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that is exactly 3 hours before.
Thank you.
That SummerSlam starts. 2 hours before the SummerSlam pre-show. So call in, same deal. We're recapping night 1 of WWE SummerSlam and previewing night 2, which will include obviously the Cody Rhodes, John Cena matches. We're going to recap CM Punk, Gunther, Roman, and Jay taking on the Braun Brawns, Tiffany and Jade. We're going to get all of it on Sunday at 3 p.m. So make sure you click the notification bell. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. And also click the like on your way out. Nikki, this was a pleasure. We will see you all on Sunday at 3. Until then, you do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Goodbye.